Hello, everyone. So, a few days ago, Mr. Doyin Okupe did a tweet. He says a medium-sized basket of tomatoes containing between 60 to 80 fruits cost about 45,000 in the market today. Use sacks to grow tomatoes at home, easy and inexpensive. Then he put a YouTube video out there. Well, in fairness to Mr. Doyin Okupe, he probably is thinking of how to solve the problem, how to find solution to the issue that is on ground, right? And people should put sacks out there and grow their tomatoes at home. When I saw that tweet, I did a reply and I said, while we wait for it to grow, what do we eat? Also, should we spend extra hour fetching water for the tomatoes after fetching water for ourselves? Can the tomatoes grow in the one room a father, mother, and 7 children share? If other tenants complain it is blocking space if kept outside, should they report to you? We usually look at issues from our point of privilege. And that's what I really want to talk about in my video. Most times we look at issues from an issue of privilege. I have a space in my house, yes. I have a big space. I can do everything I want to do. I can decide to now grow my own food. But do you know there are people who don't have even the room they stay in? Like I did say, you find father, mother, 6 children, 4 children, 5 children, they are all in one room. And they are suffering. They don't have tomatoes to buy. You want them to grow tomatoes. I saw a tweet. Why I'm even doing this video, I saw a tweet where someone said that, oh, asthma drugs is now very expensive. And they were asking Mr. Doyin Okupe, how can they grow the asthma drugs for them to be able to use? The things that are expensive in this country is something that government needs to look at and government needs to focus on. When we bring this as a solution, it is for you to even have a space that you're going to grow your tomato, whether bag or whatever. You have to be privileged to an extent. You have to have the space for it. You have to have the money to wait for it to grow. We are having people suffering from calcium deficiency. Their bodies are being deformed because of the kind of diet, because of the hunger. People can no longer eat. And then we think that, oh, telling people to grow things in bags or in their houses or go to farm is the solution. I'm not saying yes, it's part of issues that we should do. There are people who have land, yes, good, fantastic. And I see it, and I try to see it from, he wasn't just trying to be, saucy or mocking, but he was just really profiling solution. But at this moment, there are so many things that need to be done that aren't being done. With all the suffering in the land, the Senate president is being reported to have said that, oh yeah, they know that there's hunger, they know that people are suffering, people can't buy food, but they need to approve for a presidential jet to be bought. Why are they not growing their jet? Can Mr. Doyin Okupe tell them to grow how to build their own jet? Can he let him give them a link for them to go and do that jet so that they don't spend this money that we don't have on frivolity, going about doing what? There should be a travel embargo in Nigeria. No government official should be going anywhere. Whatever you need to do a Zoom meeting. What is it that is coming out of this thing? The monies we are wasting is way more than what is being brought in. You're not going to bring in people who are going to invest when you don't have security in your country, when infrastructure is not there in your country, when you don't have rule of law, when you can just wake up and bulldoze, investment worth over $200-300 million. And you think that people are just going to come in because you went to go and sit with them and drink coffee with them and they come in. We don't have any business being at any inauguration or whatever. Put an embargo and say nobody is going out. Let's sit down and face the problems that we need to face. Why is the talk of presidential jet even on any table? When they started that nonsense of telling us that, oh, the plane had done this, the presidential, I knew this was what they were going to, and I did videos on that. The next thing, they're going to use Nigerian money to waste, serious wasting. Meanwhile, we keep telling the poor, oh, they should do this, they should do that, they are lazy, they are not lazy, oh, they had this, they don't have that. Yeah, we can talk from our point of privilege. Yeah, we can. But they can't. They can't. They don't have that privilege to do all the things that we're doing and say all the things that we say. People are suffering. The poor are the ones who are suffering more and more and more. The poor are getting poorer. They are the ones that are affected the most by the inflation that is going on. People can't buy food. Basic food. They've turned to use cucumber instead of tomatoes. Use this one. Use that one. What about the health implication? What about the certain things that tomato was supposed to give in your body that the other ones might not be able to fulfill? Have we thought about that? Okay, what about the people that can't even buy drugs? What do they do? The other day I was with a secondary school mate of mine who was with a pharmacist. We were talking, went to go and visit her, myself and my husband. We visited her and her husband. And we're having discussion. I was like, oh, drug, because she has a pharmacy, pharmacy shop. And I was like, oh, drug is also part of the essential item. People will definitely buy. She said, no, Aisha, people are not buying drugs. She said it's food. Some people are opting not to take those drugs. Some people are going, local herbs and all of that. People with rare diseases are unable to do anything because they can't afford that drug. And then we sit down in our places of privilege and we're just proffering, solutions. And give them the space to build to build the food now. They should have space to be able to do those food and all of those things. This thing is not funny. A video, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? There was a video out there that a car broke down that had, is it cows or animals, I think rams or whatever. Guess what happened? They started butchering them, the animal there and there, and taking things away. Do we understand the implication of all of these things? Do we? We think this thing is a joke. It isn't a joke. Anarchy is looming before us. Our country is it has started. The impulsion has already started. It has just not reached the surface. That's why some people are not feeling it, are moving on as if, oh, it's business as usual. Oh, there's no anything. Let them continue doing what they're doing. That business as usual. Let's keep doing nothing. It will consume all of us. You will wake up one day, oh, you used to be this big or then the next thing you are on a refugee line with a bowl looking for somebody that is going to pour food on your table. Say God forbid. The countries where they are at that place, Haiti, Sudan, whatever, they once said God forbid. But it didn't stop it from happening because they didn't do the needful they were supposed to do, just the way we are not doing the needful that we're supposed to do. We see people destroying our country and then we just sit down there. People are just, some things, you just see some things here. They're so crazily annoying that you just let it be. They say you should go and grow tomatoes. So go and get a sack. Go and be growing to. When you grow the tomatoes, you grow the yam, you grow everything that you are going to. Because it's only tomatoes will not make a meal. You need more. They say me when I go.